Have you ever started a project and then realized that you didn't have what you needed? That's what I did today. Thought I had a bag of concrete, but it turned out I didn't, so I had to go out and get some. Hey y'all. I'm going to do a little project today, and I got the idea from the beautiful Ms Helen Wyatt in Georgia. I watch her YouTube channel all the time. I think she's 81. She is amazing. That lady is, if you need cheering up and you need to hear the word of the Lord and you just want to hear a peaceful, loving person talk and make projects all the time, she is amazing. You should check her out. I'm going to put a link in the description. But I figured if Miss Helen can make something out of concrete, I can too. So I had my sand, and I went out in my shed to get a bag of concrete. I didn't have any, so I'm gonna go get some concrete now. I got 2 of these of sand, then I'm gonna get 2 of these of concrete. Took me a while to figure out which kind to get, and I'll tell you all about that in a minute. But right now I got a 60-pound bag, and I got a 50-pound bag of sand, which I already had sand, but you know, you can always use more sand. So what happened was, this is a thing I want to kind of little bit talk about. It's a little bit sensitive, and I'm going to take these gloves off for a minute. I know concrete's bad for you, but I'm just hot. Hottest day of the year to do this. Anyways, I went to a small family-owned business. It's got a couple of stores here in North Carolina to get help because I walked around and looked at everything in the store because I was looking for a piece of PVC like this because my umbrella keeps falling, and I'm going to make an umbrella stand in a concrete bucket for my umbrella, for a 5-gallon bucket. But anyway, so I'm walking around this store. It's a builder supply store, but that's not the name of it. And I want to buy a bag of cement, and I want Portland cement, but I want a real fine grade cement. I don't want any rocks in it. So I go up to the counter, and the guy answers the phone. The other guy is waiting on a customer taking a big construction order. So I walk around the store some more, pick up a few more things that I could afford to buy. Walking around with some small things in my hand. And I get back up to the counter again, and the guy who was taking the construction order is off the phone. I mean, he's done with the customer. The other guy is with another customer that was on the phone. And he's shuffling paperwork around and stuff. And I'm like, sir, I'd like to buy some concrete. I was like, I want fine grade concrete. I got tears and sweat falling all over the place. I said, I want fine grade concrete. I don't want the concrete with the rocks. And he's like, well, you got two options. You can get a 50-50 mix of Portland cement and sand, and that's 90 pounds or something like that, and that's such and such dollars. I didn't care about the price. And then he's like, and you could get the regular Portland cement, and that's 15 something or other, and that's just a cement, and you need to put your own rocks and sand in it. And I want to fine grade concrete because I'm trying to make some bird baths. And he was so unhelpful. I said, well, I want to see it. And I didn't care about the weight. One bag was 80 pounds, one bag was 90 pounds. I didn't care about the weight. I just wanted to see it so I could read the labels and pick my own concrete out. And they got everything out in the building yard where you can't go out there unless you have a ticket, and then they load you. So I turned around and left and put my stuff back. I told him, I said, okay, thank you very much. I don't think I can lift 90 pounds, which I knew I could. And my cats just had a little tiff. And so I left because he treated me like I was second class, like I was, what you need, sweetie, like I was dumb and idiot and didn't know what I was looking for and this and that. And all I wanted to do was see the bags because I wanted to see what kind of concrete I was getting before I bought it. So anyways, I left there, went to Lowe's. When I went in the garden gate because I knew they did have some concrete around there where the garden side is, but they were sold out over there. They only had one bag, it was ripped. So I went over to the building supply side. I looked at some Luan because I got this dresser I got to fix over here. The drawers fell out. The bottom of the drawers fell out. And I went and looked at the different concretes and stuff. And let me tell you, I love Lowe's. I have been a loyal customer of Lowe's since I was a kid. Since way back in the 80s. But except for the one guy up there that I know that I used to work with here in town, that place, you cannot get help. When you reach a certain age and you're no longer cute and you're not 30, but yet you're not an adorable little old lady over 70 on up, you cannot get help. You become invisible at the age of 40, and somewhere from 40 on into your middle age until you're past 60, you become invisible. People do not see you. They don't want to help you. So yeah, I went back there. I loaded the 60-pound bag of concrete in my cart by myself. Now, two gentlemen that did not work at Lowe's I had a 50-pound bag of play sand and a 60-pound bag of concrete. And two gentlemen that did not work at Lowe's, that were customers, offered to help me get it into my truck. Of course, I declined because they were on their way in the store and I was going out. Not one person from Lowe's offered to help me put that in my truck. The cart pusher walked beside me, loading my truck 3 times, picking up carts and taking them back in the store. So yes, that's what it is. Like I said, you get to a certain age where people ignore you, and then when you're young, you can get all the help you need. And you're cute, young and pretty. And then when you get to 70, 60, 70, and you become a adorable little old lady, and you're toddling along, and you're all sweet, and you know, you're everybody's grandma, you can get all the help you want. But when you become in that middle age range, between 45 and 60, you might as well forget it. Alright, I'm going to get the camera and bring it over here so y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright y'all, crazy tirade's over. I've gotten used to it. It doesn't bother me really, to be honest. So what I was doing is, before I realized I didn't have any concrete, was making a bird bath. And this is actually going to be the top of it. And this is all glass and stones and shells and stuff that I had. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pour some thin concrete on top of this and let it set so that I can lift that out, and then that's going to go set on a basin of more concrete. It's going to actually be the inside part. I should put the gloves on, huh? Concrete has something in it, lime or something, I don't know what it is, maybe real strong lime, that will burn you. So I don't really want a thick slurry for this. I want kind of a thinner one. And this isn't really mixed up good yet. As you can see, I've got red play sand in here. You know how you get a wild hair and you just want to do a project? And I picked like the worst day, because it's smoking hot out here and we're supposed to have thunderstorms this evening, but I had started today, so, and this is not my first rodeo with concrete. I worked for Recreation and Parks for a while, and I helped put in all the fence lines on the kids' soccer fields and baseball fields when they put in 6-foot chain link. And so I was the person with the wheelbarrow and the hoe, and dumping the bags of Quickcrete and the water hose, mixing up the concrete. So like I said, it's not my first rodeo, but this is the first time I've ever made a project out of anything concrete. And we can thank Ms Helen Wyatt from Georgia for that. Because I saw Ms Helen and I was like, well, if that precious lady can do this, I can do this. And so, since I have the shells on the bottom and the glass of this dish, I have a big bowl like this inside that's steel. And so what I'm going to do is let this set up, and then this is going to be flipped over. And it's going to be put on the bottom, and then the bowl is going to have more fresh concrete to make the rounded lip of the bird bath. It's just going to be a small one. Just want to try something new. I got too many projects. No mastery of any. And I mixed this 50-50. It's probably not right, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see, trying to find something to kind of float it with. Let me go see if I can find some more tools. A stick. And I put plastic over my... Mama had us painting these terracotta platters for my sister's birthday, y'all. Mama's always got a craft. And so, yeah, but I'm just gonna tap that down a little bit and let it sit. And hopefully when it dries, I can flip it out. And then I'll put that in the bottom of a bowl, and I'll build an edge with a heavier around it. But in the meantime, and let me show you, this is the stuff I used, just, you know, from the beach. And then this is that fake Dollar Tree beach glass, not real beach glass. Alright, y'all, let me fix the camera. Alright, we're back on. So, what did they say today? 100% humidity? Y'all, I gotta use this up. So I'm gonna use this thing, which I got a long time ago. It's a little, I used it for a utensil container for a long time, but probably got lead paint in it, so I quit using it. But I taped a little container down in the bottom. Actually, I used EC 6000 or whatever it is glue. Put a plastic Ziploc in there and clipped it, and I'm going to dump that in there so it has a kind of like a hole at the top so that I can knock a screw in the bottom of the bird bath to fit down in there. So I'm just gonna, probably gonna take forever to dry, but I'm gonna have to use all this because once it's made, it's made. And it's got a lot of sand in it, so it's not gonna be super strong. I think I probably wasn't supposed to use so much sand. I put two big Cool Whip topping containers of sand and 2 of concrete mix. It's going to take a while for this to dry, for y'all to see. Now, you know I want to go inside and get my good rubber spatula like I'm making cake mix and scrape off this bowl. I hate wasting anything. Especially when you got to pay good hard-earned money for it. And I mean, it would have been nice. I looked at some rebar. I thought about getting a little couple pieces of, they had some short pieces of rebar. They were $3. And I'm not, it's just a bird bath. If I find that this fails, like some of my projects fail, then I will, next time I will purchase rebar. And it's not going to rise, but it is going to take forever to dry. Now I got to find a safe place to put this, away from my cats, and away from the birds and things that could eat it. So I'm going to do that, y'all, and this is going to have to set up and dry. And then maybe you'll get to see the end product, or maybe I'll show you finishing that out. But in the meantime, y'all, it is 100% humidity, and I don't even know what the temperature is. But y'all have a wonderful day. Treat your elders kindly, and wish me luck on this project. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. Trying to get a shade going on. I probably know I shouldn't like the smell of this stuff, but I do. Reminds me of people doing hard work. I'm making some to put in my bucket. Got a flower pot in there, holding my PVC pipe up. A little bit too big for my umbrella, but it's better than what I got. I always pick the hottest days to do things. Sweating my eyes. Yeah, I know you should put it in layers. For those of you watching this who want to tell me the correct way. But I'm not going to, because I don't have to. I'm not filling the whole bucket up right now. I'm just putting a little bit in to stabilize it. And then I'll mix some more up tomorrow and put some more in. I mean, that is layers, but I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm just doing it because I don't feel like staying out here much longer. The sky is pretty and blue, but it's supposed to open up. Got this Mickey D's iced tea where they always treat you nice in drive-thru because they got to make their quota. I prefer unsweet, or what they call, I forget what they call it, but it's half sweet. Half sweet, half unsweet. But I didn't feel like complicating the issue, so I just took sweet. There we go. Concrete, and then that's what I'm filling up. I'll stabilize that pipe in that flower pot, and then I'll pour concrete all over it. Then I'll scrub the outside of my 5-gallon bucket, and I'll paint it when it's dry.